All right. We're gonna get started. This is gonna be. Is this going to be talking about memorable moments, like best moments of the show, or things that we remember as young kids?
If it's dumb answer, stuff like that.
Is it about level 1?
It's gonna be about anything.
Yeah,
Okay, I have an intro.
We're on.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Inside the Brains podcast. Our first official episode. I'm one of your hosts, Fappy, aka Dominic, and did you guys know there's this... I was watching Brainsurge, and, I heard there's this brand new disease that they had.
What's the disease about?
Yeah, it's called a cuckoo clock. I don't know much about it, but all I know is it takes a lot of time to get rid of it.
And the cooks know it too well.
Good night, everybody. That one was I thought it would.
We have
you guys want to introduce yourselves?
We have me, nostalgia. I got 90s or all that commercials coming on because Fampy and I used to love that block.
And yeah, my name is Jerome, Jerry, whatever you could call me, aka Crash or Aubrey or Dexter. I personally am the person who's like a very nostalgic person and who loves recording all the game shows that are lost, and I can collect them. And I find it really enjoyable watch it later on and experience all the game shows that all the US or around the world offers.
We have another guest here, and it's Hayden. If you'd like to introduce yourself vocally or via chat in the via chat here, that's fine.
Yeah. And today,
but if you don't want to introduce yourself, I will. He's been making like little physical medias of Brainsurge.
Well, today's episode is about like memories and stuff, or things about level 1, or get around, or personal memories on level 1. Basically,
actually more about that. It's like iconic moments of the series for good and bad.
How impacted, how make it the game show good, how impacted this generation or whatever like that. But yeah, let's get started. What do you guys remember about the show or anything? How it's memorable to you?
I'd say like most of the puzzles and like the stories and stuff like that. Like I said this on the last podcast, but my mic wasn't working. Wait, let me actually check. Okay, my mic is actually on this time. I checked.
That's gonna be a new running gag around here.
No, we're good.
Okay, I'm kidding.
Yeah, the weird thing is, I mentioned this on the other podcast when my mic wasn't working. Hidden Temple and Double Dare 2000 were the first game shows I watched. But like I literally could not tell you a single episode I watched as a kid. Brainsurge is like the first game show I actually, remember things.
From Nick Gas, like that's where you watch like the first game shows ever, like Double Dare or Legends, before they shut down in 2007.
Yeah, I just don't. The weird thing is, on like my Get the Picture videos, I have a lot of people saying, "Yeah, I remember Nick Gas. I'm disappointed they got rid of him." Like, yeah, same.
But what's crazy that it seems like Nickelodeon has disowned Get the Picture because they never take down videos, and they haven't aired it since Nick Gas ended in 2007.
I mean, same with Think Fast. Like Think Fast is not getting taken down either because
I think Think Fast stopped airing earlier than that, like 2004.
Yeah. Same thing with Make the Grade. For some reason, they don't take it down from YouTube. Maybe, not sure if they had rights with, like, what's going on with Brainsurge or Viacom or something like that. Even though I didn't grow up watching with Gas. Because I was too young. I was like 3 years old.
There's still a couple Make the Grade episodes I'm missing, because there were some I wanted to watch the other day, but they were missing. So I had to watch the stupid Corey one, where the contestant didn't even deserve his win, because technically, I think it was Scott got almost all his things. They switched and it's like, hey, you answered one question, you win.
It's so damn stupid. Yeah, anyway, that's so ridiculous. I don't like those rules. And Finders Keepers, like, for some reason, they don't take it down either.
Yeah, there's some missing episodes, though.
But
there's a couple celebrity episodes from season 3.
But we got to relate this to Brainsurge because we've seen very memorable moments of
Sorry.
contestants getting robbed. Most egregiously, Ashley got 4 questions right and was eliminated. Nicole got 2 and moved on.
What are you talking about? She robbed herself. Like, get the last puzzle right. It doesn't even matter. That's the puzzle system. Blame on that. She robbed herself. What are you talking about?
Well, Nicole so didn't deserve to move on.
Yeah,
Considering
but
her freaking appearance.
it make the
And
episode
so
more
came a
epic.
dumb
It
answer
makes more
from
funny.
her in.
She was sweet and funny. That's she was worried for the wrong reasons.
And so came a dumb answer from her in level 2. We celebrated with what food on a stick? Hot dog.
A hot dog. Can you be more specific?
Some type of hot
Some
dog.
type of hot dog.
And for all that, guess what she got? Southern California City Pass.
I mean, that's a good
kind of
prize.
lame. Kind of lame to me. It's just a pass and that's it.
That passes for like Universal Studios, Disneyland.
Yeah, which sucks though. It's like if you don't live in California, yeah, that's pointless.
Yeah, I think this is kind of why they upped the prizes for season 2 and told the audience where everyone was from, aside from California.
That's why, like, for season. Okay, read yours in a second. Thomas. Why do you think in season 3 when they did Six Flags, they said any Six Flags location?
Because like it was in most people in California, they want to expand everywhere. And then like most of the people were from Cali.
So I know some game shows like Double Dare and Think Fast, they had like Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags Over Texas, Mid-America, the one in Georgia.
Not sure if New York or Illinois. I have no idea.
Mid-America. Okay, I'm reading. You're saying Bennett got robbed?
No, he robbed himself.
Okay, to be fair, I actually got the houses puzzle wrong, so.
I got all of them right. I don't
And
know
then
what video that one. That's so easy. That puzzle's so freaking ass easy.
No, I got 2 and 3
I don't get it.
so.
But one of the egregious robs that we commonly refer to by one contestant's name is 107 Cheyenne. She got every puzzle right except for the last one and was thus eliminated.
Wait, let me see the other ones. Victoria didn't really get robbed. Evan.
Let's see. Adam got robbed, even though he robbed himself.
Okay,
what was the other contestants? I'm trying to remember. Paige got robbed in 136.
Let me just go over who had more correct answers. 103, Bennett, we mentioned. Kiki screwed herself on the frickin'. She didn't get robbed, though, technically.
Yeah, what about like 136 or 1? I say it, but I forgot what I know. 117 too.
Nicole, Jeremy asked you something.
Yeah, what is it? Hold on. If you guys need space, let me check on YouTube.
If you guys need space in the VC for other members, you have permission to expand the user limit.
Okay.
Okay, I need to figure out how to do that.
We'll figure that later.
Yeah, it's my first time in BC, so I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else. Go for the episodes. Again, how we point out is, for me, it's number of puzzles gotten right, but if people are tied, then it's points. So, for example, I'll just use an example like, what's a good example? Like Dalton versus Jennifer, they both got 4 puzzles right, but Dalton technically got more points, so Jennifer technically didn't get robbed.
Blame the scoring system. She just failed herself. Why are you saying that she got robbed?
I'm not. I'm just using that as an example of how I determine stuff.
But then coming up, we had Madison who got 3 puzzles right, and then there was a
that 100-pointer was BS.
And then there was a 3-way tie with 120, and only one would move on.
Oh yeah, I was trying to mention that in the chat. 215. Like Ben got almost all the puzzles right, but he freaked up on one of the most easiest puzzles ever. the bracelets. I don't get it. Just listen to the name and
the other
color.
players who got.
That's
Yeah,
it.
back to what I said about Cheyenne. There were other players. There was Roxy because she ran out of time for the B puzzle. Then there was
she screwed herself.
then there was Victoria's team for Family Brainsurge, and then it was, what was the other Family Brainsurge?
The Woods, but that was a tiebreaker.
The Woods family. Yeah.
Yeah, because it came down to literally the last puzzle.
That monkey parts. I don't know how they failed that puzzle. It's too damn easy.
No, they both failed it, but I'm saying it was a tie.
That's honestly one of the harder ones because it's a very quick one.
I'm trying to think of other episodes.
You have to have cool visuals.
Let me just check. Adam, okay, here's the thing. I would have given him credit, but how do you screw up Olympic swimming?
Just Olympic swimming is too damn easy. Like, you can't. It's just
Taylor was the only one who got that one right for the premiere.
Okay, for Jess, I can understand. Sometimes
it's too easy.
Victoria, no. Lance was saying Madison got screwed.
Yeah,
I can understand, but like, how did 4 people get the frog puzzle right when it was like 1 or 0?
Because they're smart. What do you expect?
They were more attentive. Yeah,
I didn't react to it, but I really just guessed, and I got it right.
No, I just pay attention, and I didn't guess, so I'm the opposite around.
And then there was another. Okay, the next episode, Natalie got a good score, but technically wasn't robbed because Haley also got 4 right.
Let me check. Evan, we mentioned.
Can we move on about this because it's kind of like,
Okay, I'll just do
like
season
their
1.
fault.
Jeanette versus Alex. 3 versus 1.
Anyways, can we move on about this? Like,
now
what's your favorite puzzles? Why you like about?
We need to get to the iconic moments. We need to get to the iconic moments. Like, we need to get to start. Let's start with
like when they go like the puzzle, like, dude, I think I lost it. Do you understand why I'm missing this question? 9 because I was practically close. No, I think it was right. If you don't get, start flying around, and then what's so funny about it is like after that, boom, reveals the answer, and Kiki goes to the floor. I don't get why.
Okay, here's a. Okay, I have 2 questions regarding level 1.
Yes.
Actually, a few. What puzzle is your favorite?
I have a lot, honestly. Let me check my tire list.
Because I did too many to answer that.
Okay, sorry, let me
change it. Hold on.
What's your least favorite puzzle, or the one that's most difficult for you?
Most difficult, Monster Bed.
Frogs.
For me, either Ferris wheel. It goes like really fast as fuck. Like at the beginning, you just see like the wheel goes by real slowly, but after that, it goes like it makes you confused, like which Ferris wheel it is on, and it's like kind of direction, and it mixes you up. And on season 1, I believe it's the frogs. I hate the freaking frogs. Goes by fast and stuff. And you know what's even worse than a difficult puzzle? Sleeping campers and farting dogs. Like,
okay, we're not getting into that, please.
Okay, now let's just talk about memorable moments.
Let me read the
really
chat.
memorable headlines.
When Adam said he likes paint balloons, his least favorite is
that's solid.
The canned prank.
Canned prank? Seriously?
Which weird is like that's a shuffle game, and I'm actually okay with that.
And do you like it in 110 because it's slow?
Kind of like. Which weird is I'm terrible at shuffle games, but I'm good at that one.
And
Monster Bed, Thomas said, Lance was saying that double dial is hard. I mean,
no,
as
it's
a
not
kid,
that
I
hard.
thought it was impossible.
Just like pay attention to the sound, so that's it. Just guess. It's not that difficult. Just mid.
Okay.
I'll say this. Like 133 was the only time I got that puzzle wrong. The other
for me was either 112 and 123.
I don't know how you screw up 123. It's literally the last thing, and yet 4 people screwed it up.
I know.
It was kind of like, it reminds me of when Nick got the phone ring wrong.
Oh my god!
Remember that?
That's too easy.
Yeah.
Just pay attention to the sound, so that's it.
Oh, I guess another one I have a question for is, we can do season 1, and I guess we can go down the line.
And
Honestly,
Yeah.
least favorite for season 2, gotta go with Treasure Hunt.
No, it's for me. It's epic because I love pirates, the music. I'm very good with directions. I'm a human GPS.
For me,
Ask any
sometimes the
directions
directions
around the
kind of
map,
screw me.
and I will do
yeah,
better
I
than
hate
that.
those directions too. But
Not
for
hard
Family Brainsurge, I can't really say because I
puzzles.
don't think I've seen all those puzzles.
Wait,
When you the
I guess
bowling
the
and
plate
one
one
other
for me, but
episode.
that was only used. But the problem with season 3 is there's a lot, like, I think there's only like 4 or 5 used like 3 times, the rest are. So for those wondering why I'm not doing season 3 compilations, aside from the footage, there is a total of 61 puzzles.
This takes a lot of time and editing and
Yeah.
software
Also, most of these are
and
just
storage.
used like twice. Like, what the heck's the point?
But I will say this.
Yeah.
But I will say this. For me, I prefer using like less puzzles because it gets less irritating and less annoying and less like repetitive. I find it really enjoyable that there's puzzles that less used than 4 times, less than 3 times. For me, it's around good. On Mente, and most of the episodes they don't have repeated puzzles. The most repeated puzzles I've seen it just like appeared like once or twice and that's it.
Yeah, let me see
There's
what everyone
nothing else
said.
to it. It's just different episodes.
Okay, least favorite puzzles. Len said Ferris wheel. Adam said the He Loves Me. 206 we have no idea. 214 I can agree with. Hey, count all 4 of these flowers. With the largest one being the correct answer in 5 seconds.
Just how? It's just bullshit.
That they already had 2 BS timers beforehand.
Yeah, literally.
And then
Anyways,
Thomas is saying watermelon.
what do you think about the underrated puzzles or not used puzzles? Like
Can
everybody hits like
I want to tell you
haircut
guys something.
or
I'm going to list off, if we want to talk about the really memorable stuff, I'm going to list off many of Jeff's headlines for season 1. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Hey, Maria, turn around. I got something in my teeth? No. Okay, good. I'm not really a ginormous head. I just play one on TV.
Oh, I have one I like. So weird, I can see everything up here. There's my house!
That's easily the best part of that episode.
Yeah. No, that episode wasn't that bad, honestly. You only put like below D because of level 2. I mean, on the knockout round and level 3, and that's it. Not fair.
Okay,
but Adam has one in the chat. Phil Brimp. Who here likes pizza? Who here's buying me pizza?
That was a good
one.
But yeah, I used that for one of my shows.
I have one.
And then, but here's
I have one.
Sorry.
I think I'm fart. Can't remember. For now. I think I'm farting right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's a silent one.
And here's a great one. When they started the standard episodes, here's what we got. Hey, you know what giant heads like these are good for? Catching slime. So who wants to get slimed?
Yeah. Oh, Lance has some things. He likes 141. A gazillion dollars to anyone who can correctly guess the weight of my head.
100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 10 gazillion pounds. Nobody gets the money.
Do you know what game show also has great headlines? Nick Arcade. Can I just run by a couple of them?
Yeah, one sec. Land was saying, yeah, I hate how in 102 and 104 they pretty much use the exact same headline. Like, let me read both of them. 102. What do you know? Those giant head vitamins have finally paid off. And then 104. Well, it looks like taking those giant head vitamins have paid off. They're using the same headline nearly 2 episodes after each other.
Okay.
The original. But come on. I remember one before.
Do you think the same people for Nick Arcade wrote for Brainsurge?
I'm not sure. I know the Stone people. Sorry. The Stone Company who did Hidden Temple wrote for Brainsurge.
Okay. But
okay,
I'll
I
read you a
remember
couple
one.
of
I remember one.
Phil's.
Before
I'll
you
read
do
you a
the
couple of
Nick I
Phil's
remember one.
things.
Neko, wait. I remember one. What happens when you hold a big burp? And just like this, so be careful.
And okay, here's some of Phil's lines. Here he is, a guy whose mega bite is worse than his mega bark. And here he is, a man who's larger than life but smaller than Newsweek. And he doesn't just mind his P's and Q's, but the whole darn alphabet.
Yeah,
I think
get
my
the picture.
favorite
Happens the
is-
same thing. Everything.
I think my favorite one is 239 because people won't understand the
He's
joke.
not
But
that guy from Star Trek.
Yeah.
and
Or
no,
the
he's
one
not
with
that guy from Star
I
Trek.
remember what the fuck?
Bill Moore. I think because he got confused for the one guy from Star Trek, so he had a freaking visor on.
But he's also commonly confused for the Reading Rainbow host.
Why did
Because
you
he's
stop
black.
doing Reading Rainbow?
You remember, like, get the picture, have the same thing as Nick Arcade or the lines. See if I can remember one. A guy who doesn't look to introduce himself, so makes me do it. My buddy, Michael Malley, and something like that. I can't remember more.
Oh, I think
things that
I'm looking at the
introduce
headlines. I
Now,
found one of my
the
favorites.
picture.
I don't know if I can get my camera on though. Is this for that?
let me. Okay, one more.
See.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Oh, one.
I remember about.
Can you guys see my camera?
Season 1 or level 1? Yeah, hold on.
Wait, let me see. You guys can see my camera, right?
No.
It stays unstable connection.
It's on my stream. Just check my stream.
Hold on. Shit.
And Hayden's
And then
gone.
there was.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, I see you.
Ready.
Ready for what? Yeah.
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 Do you guys like it when I do this with my hands?
I thought you said another thing about like so I can't even remember what it is. Whatever.
Okay, our producer left for dinner, and then Hayden's gone too, so just the three of us.
Something. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, you know what I like about level 1 that it makes my favorite level? I find it really funny when Jeff says like, if you guys think you got it right, put your nose to the camera, put your ear to the camera, put your eye to the camera. Like,
But those were.
I always die
good,
of laughter when that happens. Like, I have to put my eye, I don't know, it looks disgusting now, but it's still enjoyable. Do this for this episode, just do it.
But I like his season 2 notes too. They're like, don't hit all the buttons at once, it'll open my garage door. Or it also slices dices, and if you act now, we'll throw in the on and off button for free. For the game
not
pod.
to hit the 4 button 20 times in a row, or actually give me a wet willy.
Or something about like, if you press number 4, a wet frog will fart on you. I can't remember. It wasn't.
Oh, I have the other one.
Can I see what's the Discord file?
We have one of the false ones.
And then there was
Wait,
Be Afraid of 7 because 789, an oldie but goodie.
Oh, I have a thing. We're having a sale. If you get 50 points, you get some beef jerky. If you have the beef jerky, please wash your hands before using the gamepad, because you don't know where that stuff's been.
For this episode, put your nose to the camera.
I
like when he does this. Kind of really fun. Put your eye like this for this episode.
Oh, we actually have a question. Okay, first of all, 2 things. Let me read it. Yes, Brain almost brought that up. Adam, Pink didn't move on in Family Brainsurge in Family Week because there was only one episode with Pink.
Yeah, that was
literally one pink and one yellow.
Yeah, that was old. And yellow failed the 5x5.
Yeah. Oh, Lance had a question. Favorite level 2 story in level 1 in season 1.
I'll talk about later. My
I like the mythological summer camp. That was pretty creative.
Yeah, I like it. No one else does.
But another great one is Jeff's greatest fears. And if you notice, we see images from other episodes, like 124, him running, and 104 for the level 1 shot.
Yeah, greatest fears I like, even though level 2 is kind of crap. The ice cream flavor stands out for me. I think, okay, favorite list story is the ice cream. Favorite regular story, I gotta go with the pirate school.
Yeah, I like that one too. I really do.
Really
They
good
really
level
put
2
the
as
humor on it
well.
well.
Like,
Yeah, I really love
before I
the
found GSK, I thought that was the longest for 9 questions.
and another. Now looking back, there's so many like really great moments in level 2, including interviews. Like that interview with Matt about he had to improvise for his undergarments.
Yeah, the Charlie one was funny too.
And that also was crazy with William, had his brother's tooth stuck in the forehead.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And James Taylor rode a unicycle for a marathon in a wetsuit. And there were some really physical interviews too, with the split by Jacqueline, the worm by Brian, the double joints by Ashley.
Yeah, I Dex is leaving for a second. Left for a second.
I know.
I'd say I still think Jerry's answer was not safe for TV, so they had to cut it out. Like, that had to have happened. How do you cut off someone's interview like that?
But the weird cutoff of interviews was in 113. It goes right to the other player instead of Jeff closing them off.
Oh, Lance. Oh, what do you think of Giovanni? He's terrible.
He's the only contestant for level 1 to be shut out.
Because here's the other thing, though. Okay, Suntan, I don't think he would have actually gotten it right anyway. I'm trying to think of the other people. Zakira probably would have gotten rock, paper, scissors if she didn't run out of time. Avery would have gotten 10 points, technically. Avery would have gotten 10 points. Who else got shoved? Victoria maybe would have gotten the 100-pointer if the timer wasn't BS.
Want to make hot dogs and French fries. If I make corn on the cob, will you eat an ear or two?
Okay, sorry about that. And it broke, great. Oh, my computer was muted. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you press the deafen button.
Yeah, my dad came in, that's fine.
Okay, for other people who got shut out, the Smiths, I don't know if they would have gotten the 50-point fight.
Williams absolutely not.
And then the Konos, they did absolutely everything wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when like someone with 10 points ends up moving on. I mean, the DeJoys were literally the lowest scoring champions who got slimed.
Lowest scoring grand champions but imagine if they moved on with a grudge match instead.
That would have been worse. I'm surprised. I think the closest we had with that was The Miz.
Yeah. And but in our stats, we offer that as 10 points for total average scores.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about this lately. You know how we were saying some episodes contestants were like giving free passes for champions like Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Do I know who ultimately got a free pass?
Who?
Patriana.
Really?
No, mostly, because here's the thing. First two questions, Travis answered a question, they answered it. Arthur and Sierra got out the first round, and then Travis failed the knockout round on his first thing. So basically, Patriana, minus Travis giving one answer, pretty much was just handing her victory.
And then, didn't he fail the front and back trick?
Yes.
How angry does that make you feel when they fail the front and back trick?
I mean, Ashley did the same thing, but I think she already knew she screwed up. I think she just got him confused. She's like, yeah, I screwed up.
But, yeah, screwing up, but that really was, that there were some people who recovered from screwing up, like the Seamans, they were about to say 15, but they changed it to 14 because they didn't completely say 15. But Pat,
I know the Jones... Yeah, I know the Jones won at 4 and 16. They screwed up, but thankfully they were able to come back and win.
But Pat, they're like, he started to say 7 as the 2 appear, but then he changed it too late.
So Adam said it's crazy how no one made a comeback and got slimed.
And then there was...
Yeah, because I think the only person who made a huge comeback was the Ings, and they didn't get slimed. They were the only people who moved on with 100 points.
And another thing I noticed, but what if they said, let's say their match was 1 and 9, what if they said 9, but then they tried to change it to like 12? Would they have had to accept 12 or the first full response?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it would have been the first full response, so they would have been safe. Like, I mean, I showed you that Joaquin Heath Ledger clip from that other game show, right?
I think so, yeah.
The weakest link, they tried changing their answer. No, they changed their answer, luckily, since he didn't complete the first one, which would have been incorrect.
Yeah, I know some things like Double Dare and stuff, it's like, people would say something, they're like, no, I want this, and it's like, we're sorry, we can't. You already said something, and it's like, oh, the other team's like, oh, that's the right answer.
And then, but get the picture, they say the answer on the buzzer, but they won't count it.
I would have given the orange team freaking badminton. Like, they literally said, start at the word before the buzzer.
I thought they would have to have them repeat it if they had it over the buzzer.
Let me see if I can find that clip, because I have it on here somewhere.
And...
Wait, let me find it. Oh, I found it. Here's the clip for you viewers.
Racket. Orange team.
Tennis, racquetball, badminton.
Judges, did they get
Like, they said it before the buzzer, come on.
that in by the buzzer? Sorry, that's incorrect.
Well, at least they went to the judges. At least they went to the judges instead of immediately discounting them.
Hogan's about to come out here and they didn't get it by the buzzer.
Yeah, here, wrestling match. Hulk Hogan's about to come out, they didn't get it by the buzzer.
And then there was... But sometimes game shows fix wrong answers. Like in Jeopardy, sometimes the judges say, this answer is also acceptable, so they give you that money back.
We do that sometimes on Hidden Temple. Like, sometimes people would say something, but the judge would be super nitpicky.
But if you look back those very early Jeopardy episodes, aren't they more lenient with responses? Or questions? Yeah. Like, remember the
question, least favorite Brainiac in season 1? Non-champions Giovanni. Worst, Jocelyn or Cody?
Still Jocelyn for me.
Jocelyn, I will give her this. She gets 1 point because she cleared the 4x4 with no mistakes. That's like her only redeeming quality. Cody screwed up, I think. Jocelyn had 7 mistakes. Cody had frickin' 10.
No, 9. Well, 7 actual mistakes, 2 missteps.
Well, still, he sucked.
And another. But I look back, sometimes Brainsurge is lenient with the answers. Like Jeff, like in the premiere, Jeff said bicycle, but in the picture showed a tricycle. James answered tricycle, presuming that either answer would have been acceptable. And then there was... can I be heard?
Yeah.
There was also there were also I think there were also times where they reversed LOL Labs, but Avon said pronounced it directly. That was a but then he got that weird BS question at the end, that visual question.
Yeah, that's why 226 sucks. There are so many visual questions that were BS. Like, that's the only reason I didn't put 205 and S. I still put an A, but I'm saying because of the stupid question. The rest of the episode's fine.
We're kind of presuming that the first round was edited out based on what was the music and what was given.
Yeah, I don't think we have wacky music in season 2. Maybe 206, but because season 3 is 327.
But
someone had a
we
question.
looked at a couple episodes. We're close to having wacky music, like 119.
Lance had a question. Which Brainiac in season 1 do you wish moved on? Which Brainiac who lost do you wish moved on?
Matt from 138. Easy.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll go over some. Who did bad? Alex, I could see. Alex or Sebastian, I could see them. I don't see him getting slime, but I could see them at least scoring the 5x5 in okay time. Pat, I'm not sure. Like, Dalton was quick, except he just kept screwing up. Jordan would have gotten Chantel's 6x6, so would not have gotten slimed. I think there's anyone else who would have done better. Brian, I'm not sure.
Then there was...
Ashley, we already know the answer to that one. And then season 2, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about it.
But I want to think about some really memorable... season 1 moments.
How would Giovanni do in level 3? He'd fail the first path, knowing him.
And so the episode would not have been aired. They would have pulled up Beamers and Navigators.
That episode was garbage anyway. There was like 9 questions people got wrong. Like, the digital Jares thing is BS. That's just because of the frickin' edit the hell level 2, where it's like, we do 1 question, it's a challenge, you're done.
And then there was a... Okay, let me think of a really... What are some moments growing up with Brainsurge that really stuck with you? I really love seeing people get slimed. I especially loved Jeff getting slimed for 119. That made me laugh. It was even used in promos, if you recall.
Mouse disappeared. That's great.
Oh, I especially loved all those promos. Weren't those promos so entertaining?
Yeah. Which Brainiac do you think should have lost in level 1 or level 2? I could already say Candy, Sierra, stuff like that.
I know a great Brainsurge moment that stuck with me for quite a while. Nathaniel going down the brain drain the wrong way.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
He crashed into the exit sign head first.
See, now that you mention that, it just reminds me of that Price is Right thing, where the girl spun the wheel backwards.
Oh.
This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Every contestant's gonna come on, I'm gonna spin it backwards, then I'll get $1.
But another great brain drain moment was when Alex went down. Alex, in the celebrity episode, there was like so much foam in that one pile, and he got completely covered in it.
And then Benjamin did his little spin.
Oh, Evan did a spin too, but on his front side.
I will say this, my still least favorite brain drain moment, frickin' 308.
They kept throwing the foam everywhere like they didn't have any hurry.
It's like on game shows when they have like still have a lot of time. I'm like, let's just drag this out.
But but I'll never forget how much foam was in the Brainsurge pilot. 102 had so much.
But then start out well.
But 103 had so much less. Like, you saw that little pile where it was like 10 feet before the bottom.
Yeah, 201 I think had the worst brain drain.
And the sprayers were barely working, and then the next episode it was spraying out complete foam. You saw that?
Yeah.
It happened with 202 and 203 and 204, and I think 211 as well. 214.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that.
What?
I'm a little disappointed that like they had to edit the hell out of season 3 now. Like it's only 21 minutes.
20 and a half, actually.
Yeah, like when I made that Nick Talent video, when I did that thing with Nathan, like there was really like, I was cutting out the commercials when I did the thing, and it was like, there was like 5 minutes of commercials for like each section. And then you look at like, when Dex did that Get the Picture thing that we watched, the premiere, there's like maybe a minute. Oh, they revealed the cameraman, Ben said.
And another crazy brain drain moment is like there was like way too much foam at the bottom of the pit at 210. Did you see how covered Gabby and Keith got when they landed?
Yeah.
But then the one who really got covered completely was a 227 and 207 for Zach. 227's brain drain was honestly really awesome, though. It was consistently foamy.
I guess the one good thing is that even though Brainsurge ate it, it's not. I guess the good thing is it's not like we're at some game shows. It's not like some game shows where it's like, because I know stuff like Make the Grade, it's like, okay, we have time, let's just have Lou or go to the mall and they ask people questions full time. It's not like...
And then the old Figure It Out, they had the panelists show their own talents.
Yeah, I think the worst examples is, I brought this up before, on a very early Think Fast episode, you know how it's like, if someone gets the brain bender before event 4, they do like another one?
Yeah.
One of the early episodes, someone got the puzzle after event 2. They did the rest of the episode, the person did the locker room a good time, and there's literally just 3 minutes of freaking credits rolling.
Wow.
They did that for Hidden Temple too, like, the one contestant got a triple seizure with like a minute and a half left, and there's like just 3 minutes of credits, and I looked at the tempo run, it's like, the best thing about this is that the credits are longer than the tempo run.
And then wasn't there a bunch of times in Nick Arcade where they had like 2 minutes after the video zone?
Yeah, 204.
Because they went right to the goal both times?
Yeah.
With that time, they should have just had them redo that. But at least they won camping gear.
We're gonna have to end the podcast a little early because I gotta go.
Yeah, and we're kind of getting really off topic.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's life sometimes. Hope we'll see you either next Tuesday or next Monday.
Yep. Okay, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys for the next episode of the podcast. There, guys.